The avoidant person spends their relational life minimizing, dismissing, or remaining oblivious to the pain their emotional unavailability and withdrawal patterns inflict on their partners. Their defensive system requires them to view their behavior as reasonable boundary setting rather than hurtful rejection, protecting their self-image and justifying their patterns. However, specific moments can penetrate their defenses and force genuine recognition of the damage they have caused to someone who loved them despite their limitations. This breaking point arrives when they can no longer deny or rationalize away the harm their defensive patterns have created. The moment they witness genuine brokenness. The avoidant person reaches a breaking point when they directly observe the depth of pain and damage their behavior has inflicted on their partner's sense of worth and emotional well-being. This recognition typically arrives when their partner has stopped fighting, stopped pursuing, and displays visible exhaustion and defeat rather than the usual anxiety or desperate attempts to restore connection. The absence of emotional intensity paradoxically makes the damage more visible and undeniable. They witness someone who once radiated confidence and self-assurance now questioning their own worth. Someone who once pursued connection now too depleted to try anymore. This transformation serves as a mirror reflecting the cumulative impact of their dismissiveness, emotional unavailability, and hot and cold patterns. The avoidant person cannot maintain their usual narrative that their partner is too sensitive or demanding when confronted with evidence of genuine psychological harm. The breaking point arrives when they recognize they have broken someone who loved them. When someone finally walks away without looking back. The avoidant person experiences breaking point when someone they genuinely cared about walks away with complete finality and visible relief rather than desperation or anger. This departure differs from previous conflicts or separation threats that they could dismiss or wait out. When their former partner displays genuine peace about ending the relationship and demonstrates through actions that they have moved beyond hoping for change, it forces recognition that their behavior has consequences they cannot control or reverse. They realize that their pattern of pushing people away has finally succeeded in making them genuinely unwanted by someone whose presence they took for granted. The absence of pursuit or emotional reaction communicates that the damage has become so extensive that their former partner feels liberation rather than loss in separation. This breaking point arrives when they recognize that someone has genuinely stopped caring, not from strategic withdrawal, but from self-preservation and exhausted hope. The recognition of their pattern across relationships. The avoidant person reaches breaking point when they recognize the trail of hurt they have left across their relational history and acknowledge their role in consistently destroying valuable connections. This self-awareness typically arrives during moments of honest reflection when they can no longer blame partners for being too needy or demanding. They observe how every relationship follows the same pattern of initial connection followed by their gradual withdrawal and their partner's eventual exhaustion. They confront the reality that their defensive patterns rather than their partner's flaws represent the consistent variable across failed relationships. This recognition proves particularly painful as they realize their avoidance has guaranteed the exact outcome they sought to prevent through their defenses: isolation and the confirmation that they are incapable of sustaining love. The breaking point arrives when they acknowledge that their behavior has hurt people who deserve better, and that their wounds have become weapons inflicting damage on others. The internal shame that finally surfaces. The avoidant person experiences breaking point when their defensive rationalizations fail and they confront profound shame about their inability to reciprocate love and their pattern of hurting people who offered patience and acceptance.